Well, hey there everyone, Aaron here. Welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today I just want to do a real fast video. We're not going to do a lot of testing just because I don't think there's a lot of testing that you can do with the knife that you see before us here today. This is the new for 2014 Ka-Bar self-defense neck knife, model number 1117 or 1117 neck knife. So that's what we're looking at here today. So we're going to go ahead and look at a couple basic specs. We'll do a couple basic cutting tasks, and then we'll wrap up this review and we'll see if this knife is worth a purchase for you. All right, well, let's look at a few of the basic specs here on the knife. And for those of you who have been around the knife world for a while, you'll remember that Ka-Bar had the Impact series for a while in the late 90s and early into the 2000s, and that is exactly basically what this knife is, particularly on the handle side. This is the Impact handle just shortened up. So on that series that Ka-Bar used to have, that is what you're looking at here. So what you have on the basic specs are 1095 Crovan high carbon steel, great high carbon steel, good quality, made here in the US. What you have is a total cutting edge, and I'm going to bust out the little pocket tape measure for us here. You have a 4-inch actual cutting edge. It is a flat grind at 20 degrees, nice and sharp out of the box, no complaints there. You got that flat black coating on there, skeletonized. It weighs 2.3 ounces, just the knife itself, and then with the sheath, it's 3.6 ounces, so very lightweight. It's designed to be kind of a self-defense neck knife, is basically what they've designed it for. The overall length is 7, I can get this thing steady, 7 3/4 inches, so just under 8 inches overall. And then the blade thickness, I didn't measure this ahead of time, we're going to take a look here, is about 5/32, just over 1/8 of an inch thick, which is a really good quality thickness for what this knife is kind of asked to do. So let's go ahead, we'll talk about some of the features that this thing has, and we'll look at it doing some cutting tasks. All right, let's start right out of the gate talking about the sheath, because particularly for a concealed carry knife, you know, if you don't have a good quality sheath, the knife is basically worthless. And Ka-Bar did a home run with the sheath. I'm very impressed. It's nice and thin, lightweight. It has a little drainage hole down there, so you're not going to rust out your 1095. It has lots of lashing points, regardless if you want to wear it as a neck knife, run paracord through it and lash it to molly, you know, do molly locks, or possibly modify a BLADEHQ lock. A BLADEHQ lock will not line up perfectly with these holes. You'd have to do, you know, like 2 here and then 2 through these slots. But there's lots of lashing options, basically, is what you're getting. And the fact that this is not a glass reinforced nylon, you know, that's going to dull your blade, that's a really good thing. And then it has a really good thumb ramp right there to pull off, and then I can deploy the blade really nice and quick. So that, the sheath itself is real good, slim. It will work either sticking it in your boot, wearing it under your shirt, or under your clothes, attached to your belt. Very good in that sense. The one thing I will say though, again, there's pitching this to you as a kind of a self-defense weapon, is that if I use my thumb and pull this off, my hand is kind of like this, and I have to kind of do a little bit of a readjustment to then get in a good lock up to then, you know, be able to use the knife how I would want to. So just something to note. They're not a big deal, but that is something just to kind of be aware of. Good quality sheath though on this Ka-Bar. Okay, so let's talk about the handle here on the 1117 neck knife from Ka-Bar. What you have is a skeletonized handle that, as of right now, they do not sell handle scales. Hopefully they'll do something in the future like they do on the BK14, and you can get Zytel handle scales. That would be nice. I think that would definitely help. Hopefully we don't get rained on with all that thunder around. But I think that would definitely help with the overall traction and grip of the knife. And so you got to basically either be okay with the skeletonized, which I'm not, or be good at paracord wrapping to wrap the handle as of right now in June of 2014 when I'm filming this. And so you can see I wear large size gloves, so my hands are pretty big, and basically my pinky is non-existent on the handle. I grab it with these three, my pinky cannot grab the end of the handle, which is weird because this is a 4-inch knife. So I mean, I would have liked to see the handle definitely longer, and then I really probably wouldn't have had a problem with it. But this handle is not really well designed. I have to have only 3 fingers on it, and I have a 4-inch blade. I could understand it, you know, if it was like a 2.5 or 3-inch knife, but with the size of blade, I want to have a really good grip, and I just don't have a good grip on the knife. And then this finger groove down here is pretty deep. I would like to see it even a little bit deeper, and they do give you a good run of jimping right there. So I think it will do the job of, you know, being a tactical knife knife and being able to stab if you have to. But the handle is definitely short for those of us with large or extra large size glove hands. You're not going to really enjoy the size, regardless if you do paracord, handle scales, whatever. The handle's just too short for us with big hands. Those people with small or medium sized hands probably won't have too much of an issue, but that is something to note when you are deciding whether or not you want to purchase this knife. So as you can see as I'm doing this cutting, that it's able to do a good job. No complaints with that grind angle, 20 degrees like most of Ka-Bar's other knives. It's the exact same blade shape that you'd be getting on your Marine, fighting knife, Army fighting knife, that's out there. The exact same clip point, good clip point that's going to be great for stabbing and tactical use. Got a good sweep up, for some slicing capabilities. Not too thick, so it's going to be able to do, again, these carving tasks rather well. No complaints there at all. But like I've been talking about in the previous shot, the handle is not very ergonomic. I'm just not enjoying it. Even with paracord, it's not going to be very fun to do this. I could do it. Every knife can, but I'm going to want definitely a different type of knife for a neck survival knife. Now, again, for defense, I think it might be there if you have smaller hands with the deep finger guard and then the jimping right there, and if you do a really good paracord wrap, I think you'll be okay. But for this type of wood processing, no way. I'd rather choose almost any other knife, particularly, like a Becker BK14, an SE3, an SE4. I'm just trying to think. Any of the Becker, 15, 16, 17 tweeners, any of those knives are going to be a lot better and more comfortable in my hand. Even with paracord wrapping of the BK14 without the handle scales is going to be more comfortable and just be able to process wood better than the neck 1117 from Ka-Bar. Alright, got some heavy duty nylon rope. Give it a whirl here. There we go. A little tougher than I would have expected. Again, I think part of that is because I have just very poor grip on this handle. Again, the handle's really killing it for me, guys. But if I get a good grip, there we go. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, that handle is just killing me. I can get no leverage. So again, big hands. The blade itself is going to cut rope okay, but if you have big hands, you're not going to be able to get very good leverage on the blade itself. I got to get really far up here and then go through the nylon rope. So on that because of the small skeletonized handle. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Overall, I'm just going to come out right out and say it. I have zero need for this knife, and I'm not very impressed with it. Mainly because of the handle. The handle just really killed it for me. The sheath is actually really good quality. I have zero complaints with the sheath. The blade itself is, a good classic design Ka-Bar, blade that has been around for, several wars and more than half a century and performed extremely well. So it's going to do a great job stabbing or slicing. The problem is the handle is just too small and you can't really get any good grip on it to be able to put the leverage to either cut through rope or do your carving and whittling tasks. So I would not really recommend this knife except for maybe purely stabbing, or if you have really small hands, then it might work out. If you want to maybe give it to your kid, or you just got you just got really small hands, maybe this thing would work for you. But I am not going to recommend it, mainly because of the ergonomics. Everything else is fine about the knife. Ergonomics suck, and I would not recommend it for either bush use, and I wouldn't recommend it for tactical use either. There are other tactical knives out there that are better, unless you are really sold for some reason on the Ka-Bar neck 1117 knife. I would steer away from it. It's not really worth the purchase. So I hope this video has helped you guys out. Thanks so much for watching. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching this particular episode of Gideon's Tactical. Please subscribe, comment, like the videos, share the videos, and check out our Facebook page. You can find it on the YouTube homepage of Gideon's Tactical. Like our Facebook page where you'll get updates of upcoming videos, you'll get photos, as well as upcoming gear, new gear releases, that products and companies that are released, as well as behind the scenes footage and bloopers that you'll never see make it to YouTube. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. Stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.